what's up, nerds? So, here I am again, about to play some Cypher Core, because I'm kinda sick and tired of D&D ruling my life, and I want to learn a new thing. And I learn new things by playing by myself, because that's easier, I guess. And it's just kind of fun to play tabletop by yourself. You should try it sometime. It's silly. Last we left off, our heroes, Talon Gorespitter, Bill... who knows his last name, Slater or something? And Luther Gillspring, or Gillwater, who really knows, have just fled from the Tower of Iodine Research, soon to be overtaken by the September Project. They were fleeing some weird beetle things that Talon Gorespitter referred to as the Cray. Just a quick rundown. This is Luther. With the tie, actually around my neck is Bill. It's not super visible, so your boy might have to change it, but that's what we're doing for now. And this is Talon. Ah! Yeah, ooh, just hit my funny bone. I'm not laughing, God! Alright, let's get into it. God, I look like, oh no, I look like the Unabomber. Oh God. Hi, would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior? Alright, now that doesn't work. Wait. Would you like to hear about God? And also let me suckle your toes? Alright, let's cut that out of the video. This is tabletop RPG, not being weird. Our heroes stumble out onto the streets of Pasadena. The sun's shining below, there's the slightest scent of sea breeze in the air, and Luther's looking around with a look of wonder and astonishment on his face. Well, I'll be a hairy pickle. I've never seen a place quite like this one. This is wild. How'd you make those balloons go so big? Did you sing to the rock? If you're talking about the wrestler, no, he doesn't build... Listen, I still don't understand what's going on. Why do you have an arm cannon? And why are there beetles? As Luther gazes wonderingly at the city, and Bill frets with fear, Talon looks around with a serious expression on his face, knowing that they don't have time for dilly-dallying like this. To accent his thoughts, they hear a, "Hey, you gotta come back here!" from inside the building. Like a couple, meters down is like the main entrance. They came out a side entrance, and they hear a scurrying, "We can talk about this later. Let's get going!" Oh. So they hear yelling down the street. "Oh, I'll tell you what, boys, I think that's our sign to skedaddle. I couldn't have said better myself. Let's get going! I really don't think this is a good idea." And Talon grabs Bill's arm. "Idea!" and pulls them along, racing down the street. Talon stomping in heavy armor. They run past a couple who are they're not holding hands, but they are holding a Macy's gift bag together, one strap between them. It's really a cute bonding experience until Talon, stomping through in his tank-like armor, rips the bag in half, and you hear the guy, is that guy wearing cardboard? Alright, and each of them has to make a might roll. Because they're running. No, this is a speed roll. They're trying to outrun the guards. I'm going to say this is a standard task. Difficulty 2, so they have to beat a 6, each of them. Luther is going to lower that difficulty to a 3. Luther is the blue. He lowers that difficulty to a 3 by burning... It should be 3 speed points, but because of his edge, it's only 2. All right, let's see how they do. Everyone else has to make a 6. Luther has to make a 3. Luther is blue. All right, Luther goes, "All right, it's been a while since I've run, but gosh darn it, you can't stop me." And he starts going, and he stays ahead of the guards, but just barely. However, well, Bill is just like, I don't know how to run, and falls to the ground. And Talon is like, come on, I've done this in the army so many times. And he falls to the ground and vomits. And Luther is so caught up that he doesn't notice. So he just, oh geez, it's a good 2 blocks before Luther looks around and realizes that his 2 compatriots have just been captured. They just got caught. Talon is too busy vomiting. Bill is just like, listen, I was just kidnapped, okay? I am a victim here. Luther looks back, oh geez, my 2 best friends. And he watches as a black SUV pulls up, and Talon, Bill's thrown in the back seat. They try to throw Talon in the back seat, and after like pushing him a couple times, they grab his collar and haul him around to the trunk and throw him in. And he looks sickly. He looks like a pale light green instead of his healthy, lush, dark green. You ever like, all right, I'm sorry. I like this music. I don't know if you can tell. I had a whole plan for what was, not like a plan, but I was like, okay, they'll run away in the city and stuff will happen. I didn't expect them to trip on a rock. Okay, I should have burned more speed points. Anyway, Luther is going to try to follow them at a distance. I'm going to say this is an intelligence roll. This is demanding. This is difficult. He is going to burn 2 intelligence points. He's using his edge. So, okay, so difficult, demanding is a difficulty of 9. No, this is a difficult task. I've said difficult, this is difficult. Difficult is a difficulty level of 4, which means it's a 12. He is going to burn 2 points. He's going to expend, does he have 2 effort? He does have 2 effort. He burns 4 intelligence points to reduce this from a 12 to a 6. And that's a 5. That's a 5. Perception. He's perceiving them. He's watching them. He's trying to watch where they're going. I'm going to say that counts. Having a skill in something reduces the requirement by a step. So it goes down from a 6 to a 3. Okay. Yes. Did I argue with the DM? Yes. Will people think I'm cheating because I happen to also be the DM? Maybe. Whatever. Luther. Gillspring's like, oh, geez, I don't know if I see it. Wait a minute. There's a black SUV, and he, not knowing how traffic works, starts just hopping over cars like, oh my gosh. The exercise in this city is ridiculous. He's hopping around people. He's pushing people into the traffic when he needs to. It's pure chaos where Luther Gillspring's involved. He has to make a might check, speed check to keep up. This is going to be a little easier because it is city traffic. It's going to be demanding, so he has to make a 9. He is going to burn 2 speed, making it a 6. Man, last session I was like, I don't need to do it at all. This session I'm just going through it. Oh my gosh. And there's nothing. There's nothing. Unless I can argue that this is farming. So he runs, he's watching him, but oh jeez. Alright, and he looks around, and so there's an odd thing that one has to understand. Oh jeez. This is just like my... Well, I can't remember. Just like my something I care about, I guess. Oh. I can't give up on him yet. And this is where an odd fact of the nature of translation, moving between recursions of the strange, comes in. Because when you translate, you gain an understanding of the world you're in. So this man, who was totally a farmer, I just like rustling deer, in his life, is no longer just a farmer. No, he looks at the security cameras on every corner, and he looks into a coffee shop and sees a guy furiously typing out his manuscript. I'm going to be famous, I swear! And Luther knows without a shadow of a doubt, hey, you say, I can use that thingy to hook into those thingies and see where my friends have been taken. All right, and he runs in, and looking at Luther Gilspring's inventory, we will see that he has some money. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he pulls out $200 to the guy on the computer, like, I will give you $200 to let me use your computer for 15 minutes. And I'm going to say this is a difficulty 1 intelligence check, which is persuasion. Yeah, let's just see how this goes. Yeah, that's a 10. First good roll I've gotten. Didn't need it. All right, anyway. Guy's like, well, okay, but I gotta get back to work soon, but I haven't made any money. Ever. So I'll take this. Mom's gonna be proud of me. He looks about 30. Luther goes, I don't know what that means. And he starts click-clacking on the computer. All right, if I move it to do the thing with the thing using matrices, I understand computers. So this is challenging, right? This is challenging. Premonition, oh, he can't hack computers like Bill can. Bill is definitely like the better one. Like Bill would be much better for this. This is a tough role. This is intimidating. Hacking into the shitty security cameras from a laptop? That's at least intimidating. It's not. It's formidable. Formidable's harder than intimidating. I wish it weren't the case, but it is formidable. However, he does have a breaking into computer skill, so that's going to bring it down from formidable to intimidating. He's going to use his 2 effort to bring that intimidating down to a challenging and down to a difficult 4 intelligence points. So from formidable to intimidating, challenging, difficult. Yeah, okay. Okay, baby. So on a difficult, he still needs a 12, and that's the best he can do. And that was like, let's say it, like that's really good. Went from a 21 to a 12. He was able to bring the difficulty down. Come on, baby. Come on. I don't know what he can do. Well, gee willikers, this was harder than I thought it would be. Call me a dragonfly stuck in a spider's web. Oh, jeez. So he got a 3. I'm going to say that's not a critical failure. He did not alert authorities to his attempts, but he did not get in to the system. So he's going to have to think of another way. Meanwhile, we jump cut. Oh, okay, fellas. Listen. I got 3 smackaroons in my pocket. It was rent today. And so I was going to pay half in check and half in cash. My landlord likes it that way. You don't need to know the details. Listen, I give you the smackaroons. You let me live. Are we agreed? Do we have a deal? There's a thug sitting on either side of Bill. These just big, burly guys, square heads. Not a chance. No, man, says the driver, staring straight at the road. The two brutes on either side of him don't say a word. All right. Bill is going to use fast talk to say, okay, you know, letting me go, clearly not going to happen. Maybe you can tell me what's going on. Tell me where I'm being taken? Is that possible? So using fast talk, he can convince one hostile to do one reasonable action. So he convinces them, like, oh, listen, kid. You've caught the interest of some people who I'm no expert, but I wouldn't want their interest. I wouldn't want their attention. Well, you're just gonna have to make do with it. You're in our hands now. That's so good. You made me feel so much better about this situation. Bill cries a little bit. You know, so he tried to persuade them earlier. I am going to make that a formidable task. They're thinking about it because listen, the money is still on the table if you want it. So he said Smackron's 300. He's like, I also got a couple $1,000 in my bank account. Like, just let me go. And I guess, my friend, really, like, I'll be happy with me being like, oh, okay, and we could just call this a wash. All right, so yeah, I'm going to say that this is a formidable. To convince them to let his friend go would be immortal. So formidable's 21, immortal is 27. He has a skill in persuading, so that's going to drop immortal to heroic and intimidating to challenging. So 24 and 18 each. Immortal's 9, heroic's 8, intimidating is 6. So, and then he is going to burn his one effort. He does have edge, but he does not have 2 effort like our cool boy Luther, for what good it did him. Alright, so he burns his 1 effort. So he's going to drop that down to a challenging and a formidable. So there's no way he can convince them to free Luther except on a nat 20. But it's challenging, so he needs a 15. Needs a 15. Can he do it? Yes. Will he? We're about to see. Listen, fellas. I just want to go free. 17. 17! Oh, our boy Bill! Our boy Bill did the job he was designed to do! He's a marketer, baby! He marketed his freedom, and he got his freedom! I mean, not Talon's, you know? Talon's pretty screwed. But, hey, good for Bill. Oh, I can't have this guy sniveling in the back of my car. His tears are gonna shrivel up the leather. Are you sure, boss? They told us that we had to bring them all in. Oh, we already lost one of them. They don't want the bald sack of marketing cowardice anyway. Like, we got the non-native anyway. There's so much we can get from him. We do not need this kid. All right, just throw him out. Take his money. Take his debit card. What's your PIN? My PIN? That wasn't part of the... What's your PIN? 5792. Good. Don't change it. I know where you live. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, poor Bill. Honestly, it didn't really hit home to me until they took his debit card and his PIN. It's like, oh no, this is my nightmare. Too real. Bill stumbles out of the car, looking at it like in an unfamiliar part of the city. Looking very forlorn. Because, like, he didn't really win in that situation. You know, he got kidnapped. He like, his boss that he worked very hard to, like, get on his side an hour ago was suddenly yelling at him to do something that he didn't do. Already not good. And then there's the whole, his debit card was stolen. You know, like, that's not what you like to see happen. And to top it all off, there was that guy, that nice enough guy, the green guy, Rah! Flashes in his head. Kind of weird, a mystery. And Bill just abandoned him. Is that okay? Bill's like, yeah, he can fend for himself. And he starts to kind of stumble to a bus stop. As he does, he kind of stops and looks at the ground. Remembering that guy. And how he, running, like, fell to the ground, vomiting in pain. He was sick. He needed help. And I did not help him. Oh, jeez. Bill stumbles past a coffee shop. The bus stop he was at, he looked at the sign and it was like, wait 3 hours. He's like, oh, I'll just walk. So he shuffles down the street, past a coffee shop, and he keeps walking and then stops. And he looks inside to see Luther sitting at a table, staring out the window. Equally as forlorn as Bill. Bill shuffles into the coffee shop. One espresso, please. He goes and sits down next to Luther. So, you gave up on us too? No, friend, I haven't given up on you. I'm coming up with strategies. I'm gonna get you out of there if it's the last thing Oh, Bill! You're out! Yeah. What? Why don't you seem happier about it, my good man? That weird green guy is still with them. You left a man behind? Well, what was I supposed to do? There were 3 guys. They were really scary. Luther fixes, not judgmental, not angry, but not even disappointed isn't the right word. Like, it works, it fits, but it's like a shirt that's too big fits in that way. Like, yeah, but disappointment. And I expected better of you, Bill. That's what's said in the gaze. No words are spoken. Listen, my man. I'm gonna find Talon, and I'm getting him the heck out of here. Are you with me? Yeah! I'm with you. All right. How the hell are we finding Talon? Bill looks around for a moment, kind of thinking, a little sadly. And then he suddenly snaps his fingers. My debit card! My debit card! Who's a what now? Listen! They took my debit card. It's been like an hour since that happened. They mentioned they were hungry and thirsty. I think, I know what to do. And he pulls out of his little, messenger bag a laptop. Like, and I didn't even have to bribe nobody. Whoa. Yeah, okay. And Bill opens up his computer, and he's actually going to do 2 things. He's going to... Yeah, okay. So, first thing he's going to do is computer software, and he's going to use hack the impossible twice. So, but this one's easy. I think this is something Bill would have set up a long time ago, because he's dumb, but he's a planner. So Bill is going to hack into his own bank account. So he logs in and he's like, okay, so this is the debit tracker. I can request to them my location, but it will be about 30 minutes to an hour before they respond. I think I know a faster way. So Bill has opened a back door in this, I will say. So to get open the back door is a standard issue. Goes down by 1 with computer software, 2 with 3. He is going to burn an intelligence, an effort. So intelligence 2. Open it up. A 16. Yeah, he just open. All right, and they see like a blinking red at Smurdy's smokes and stuff. All right. Okay, Smirty's smokes and stuff. Well, I don't know much, friend, but just because they bought some drinks and smokes at a place don't mean they're still there. No, but it means it's close to where they were going. I just needed to narrow the search. Narrow what search now? All right, and then Bill, in a real unintentional FU to Luther, is going to use Hack the Impossible. Which allows him to control automata and cameras. So he immediately, without having to make a roll, hacks into the the city security cameras and goes, "Oh, okay, there they are, right there." Boop boop. And yeah, he just immediately locks in on using the cameras, the location of where Talon was taken. Well, I'll be darned, partner. All right, let's wrestle us up some deer. And a friend. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And our heroes depart towards the compound. See you next week.